The father of the Oxford High School shooter in court today. James Crumbley's hearing comes ahead of this trial in March for 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter.
Some of the issues brought up in court today, including the location of the trial, who is on the witness list, and if the shooter's infamous journal can be entered into evidence. 7 Action News reporter Kimberly Craig was in the courtroom all day and brings us highlights from the hearing.
James Crumbley does not believe he can get a fair trial here in Oakland County, and so he wants his trial to be moved to another county, something legal experts say is unlikely to happen.
You understand that you are charged with 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter?
Yes.
Given the widespread coverage of the shootings at Oxford High and the criminal cases that have followed, James Crumbley and his attorney don't think he can get a fair trial here in Oakland County, where earlier this month his wife was found guilty of the same charges. The defense writing to the judge, it appears more people are interested in James and Jennifer's cases than the shooter's case, despite the fact that the shooter planned and carried out the shootings without anyone else's knowledge. So does James Crumbley even have a chance of getting his trial moved? Attorney Todd Flood.
I think slim and none. But Jennifer Crumbley's trial obviously was out in the national media. So is that going to influence somebody to the extent that they can't set aside their biases and prejudice? Yeah, I'm sure it will on many, but not on all.
Today, the judge decided to allow one new person to testify in James Crumbley's trial for the prosecution. It's the man who first owned the gun and returned it to the store where James Crumbley purchased it used just days before the shooting.
I think the background of that firearm, how it was stored, how it was bought and sold, would be relevant to the jury.
James Crumbley and his attorney are hoping to keep the jury from seeing and hearing text messages his son sent to a friend and what his son wrote in his journal. And they don't think prosecutors should be allowed to call 2 students who were injured in that shooting to the stand.
The primary purpose of their testimony is to inflame the emotions of the jury.
I don't think, based on what came out in the first trial, Judge Cheryl Matthews is going to exclude them. I don't think she's going to exclude them because you had a teacher, you had a principal, you had people that saw it as well.
And Flood does not expect the prosecution's case against James Crumbley to be a carbon copy of the case against his wife.
I think you'll see new things in this case, in the father's case, and new strategies that were held back deliberately.
The judge's decision on these matters is expected soon, with James Crumbley's trial set to begin in 2 weeks. In Pontiac, Kimberly Craig, 7 Action News.
All right, thank you so much.